Hello everyone, I'm going to take you through this video where we are going to go through how you can be able to log into CHT and the simple navigation of CHT and some of the features available on CHT. So you need to enter your credentials and you log into CHT. Usually you require internet connection or data connection to be able to access CHT. Then after the app has been able to load, you'll be able to work offline. Usually CHT is an offline fast technology, so you work offline and you'll need to connect to data connection to be able to sync data to the server or through the internet connection. So I'm going to take you through this demo, and usually CHT is responsive to the available space. This time I'm using a laptop, and that's why you can be able to see the two panel of the application. So on this side you can be able to see a user who has been able to register households, and on this side you can be able to see the tabs, the CHT tabs. If I was using a mobile phone, we will only have a single panel where these tabs will appear at the top, and here we'll have the user and the households that have been registered for this user. I will very fast go through the features of CHT. So we usually have the tabs. The tabs here are targets, people, reports, tasks, and messages. And you also have the menu here. So I will very fast go through the tabs. So the tabs, I'll start with people. So when you click on the tabs, you'll be able to view the user. In this scenario, the CHW, Anthony remembers the CHW, and these are the households that CHW has been able to register in his area. So if I want to access each household, I just click on the household and I'll be able to access each household. So each household will have household members, will have the head of the household. Usually the head of the household usually have the asterisk symbol beside his or her name, and we have household members listed under the head of the household. And for a particular household, it's possible to add a new household member. You just need to come here and click on new person, and you'll be able to access the form for to enter a new person, and you will be able to enter the information and submit. And also, working as a CHV, you can be able to add a new family. You just need to click here and you'll be able to get a new family form, and you'll be able to fill that form and be able to submit. So once a new family has been registered, that family will be able to appear in the list of the household members. And just going back, when you open each household, you could be able to access the profile of each individual in that household. So for example, for this household, I've been able to access the profile for Anthony, and on CHT, we usually have what we call condition cards. So condition card usually show critical information at a glance. For example, for this person called Anthony, we can be able to see that this child has not received any vaccine. So as a CHW, you can be able to guide or refer this person to a facility so that they can be able to be given the expected immunizations. Then going back to the people's tab, you can also be able to search the specific people in your area. So for example, I just need to click here where the search is, then type the name like Becky, then search. So once you search, it will bring all households and household members having that name, and you can be able to access their profile. I could be able to go back and be able to search for another person. So also on CHT, it's critical that I show you this. So on CHT, it's possible to configure protocols and guides so that it can be able to guide healthcare workers in decision making. So I will very fast take you through one of the forms so that we can be able to view how CHT is able to support decision support. So you can be able to access the forms here. So I'll just come here and fill the access form. So very fast, the question will be, does this child have a cough? I'll just say yes or no. So in case I just say yes, the additional questions that will be able to pop up, I'll just say no so that we move very fast. Then I move next. Then does this child have fever? I can just say yes. Then use the thermometer to take this child's temperature. I'll just indicate this child has 39 degrees Celsius. How long has the fever lasted? You can indicate 3 days. So usually use the next button to move to the next page, and also the previous one to move to the previous page. So I'll move to next. Then it will ask me do the rapid diagnostic test for malaria. I'll just indicate this kid was positive, and then I will pick that I need to confirm that positive is it's these results that I've been able to get, and then I'll move to the next. Then danger signs is this child experiencing any of the danger sign. I'll just say no. Vomits, I'll just say no. Then I move to the next one. Then does this child look drowsy or confused? I'll just say no. Does this child have fits? I will just say no. Any screen rash? I'll say no. Any bleeding from the nose, mouth, skin? I'll just say no. Any growing swelling? I'll just say no. Then I move to the next. So it's able to guide the healthcare worker the treatment they're supposed to give. For example, in this scenario, it's saying give AL 2 times a day. Then it has given instructions on how they can be able to administer those drugs. So have you given the AL treatments? For some programs, CHVs are allowed to administer drugs, so I can just say yes. Then I move to next. Then does this child have diarrhea? I can say yes. How long has diarrhea lasted? I can just say 3 days. The stools passed in the last day? I can just say 3. Is there blood in diarrhea? I can just say no. Then I move to the next one. So it will also give me instructions on how I'm supposed to treat for the diarrhea. It will tell me to give oral rehydrating salts to the child. I'll just say I've given. And it will also tell me to give zinc tablet once per day for 10 days. I'll just say I've given. Then I move to next. Then is this child on malnutrition follow-up? I'll just say no. Then use the mid-arm, upper arm circumference strap to take the child's mark. I'll just say it's normal. In case I indicate red, it will tell me this child has severe malnutrition and they need to be referred to the facility. I'll just pick green. Then any swelling, I'll just say no. I move to next. Then does the caregiver know the child's HIV status? I say yes. Has the child tested in the last 3 months? I'll just say yes. Then I move to the next page, which is the summary page, which gives you a summary of the information you have entered, and also the signs and symptoms and the treatment you have given. And also it asks you to confirm if you have given treatment. I'll say yes. Then special instructions that healthcare workers can use for to help educate mothers available, like they can be able to advise the mother to give more fluids and give the oral rehydrating salts. Then important instructions that can also be used, and then here you'll get a notification on when you'll be able to get a follow-up. So to save this form, you need to submit it. So I'll be able to submit it, and so that's how you use CHT to be able to guide healthcare workers in decision making. So once this form is submitted, it's available as a report. You can be able to see it here. It's available as a report. But before I go deeper into that, let's go to other tabs, then we'll deal with the reports. So we usually have the tasks. So the tasks usually guide the community healthcare worker, the activities they're supposed to take. So they usually have the days that are left for the healthcare provider to be able to complete them. So I will try to complete this task. So once the task is completed, it disappears from the task list. So I can open this task and it will ask me, how are you following up this person? I'll just say in person. How is the child doing? I'll just say improving. Next one, I'll say, does the child have any of the following signs? I'll just say no. No convulsions, no vomiting, no fast breathing, no sleepy or unconscious. The child is able to feed, no chest indrawing, mark is normal, no fever, then I no fever, then I move to next. Then it will bring me to the summary page, and once I submit, you can be able to see that that task could be able to disappear from the task list. So once a task or a form available on the profile of each individual or household is submitted, it's available as a report. You could be able to open various reports, and for the reports, you could be able to filter the reports according to the form type and also the places. For example, if a healthcare provider is supporting more than 2 areas, you can be able to pick the places they are supporting and also the dates. So for the form type, you can filter. If you want only to view the access forms, you'll be able to view those access forms. And then I'll very fast move to the messages. So CHT is able to support healthcare providers to be able to communicate between themselves, and CHT it can also be integrated with other open source technology like Rapid Pro, which makes it easier to support two-way interactive texting between healthcare providers and household members. So these two-way communication can be automated, and in some programs you can be able to get antenatal mothers and also newborn babies and children receiving clinic reminders for them to go for NC clinic, and for children to be taken for immunization at the right time. So CHT supports that direct messaging with household and household members. Then I would go to targets. So targets usually shows the performance of a healthcare provider or a CHV towards a given target. For example, for this CHV, this month they're supposed to achieve a goal of registering 5 pregnancies, but by now they have only managed to register only 1 pregnancy. So using the in-app targets tab, you can be able to view the performance of CHV towards a given target. And for a supervisor, they could be able to use what you call an in-app supervisor target progress feature, where they can be able to see the contribution of each CHV towards a specific performance indicator. Then I'll proceed very fast to go to the menu tab. So in the menu tab, we have a guided tour. This guided tour just takes you through the features that we have been able to discuss. When, for example, I click on the reports, it'll be able to show me and inform me what the report usually does. And since we have already gone through that, I won't go deeper into that. Then we have the user's settings. You can be able to see this one. You can be able to edit the user profile. Sometimes it's usually available to users. Then about it will just show you the version of CHT and then also the details of the user. Then you would come here where we have the logouts, where you could be able to log out from the app, and you require data connection to be able to log out. And also, as I've informed you, CHT is usually an offline fast technology, so you can work offline. And once you get data connection, you just sync. It will show you the progress of syncing reports to the server, and it will let you know that all reports have been synced. So that's all about the simple navigation of CHT. Please reach out through the CHT forum in case you need more updates and more information. Thank you.